going on? Turn this volume down a little bit. Yo, Stoney, what's up, man? Give me 1 sec. Before I even get started, there's a few things I gotta take care of first. Just bear with me. I think I am good. All right. Build. Turn the lights on a little bit. Okay. Change this to. All right. So I'm gonna be building the Bakaneko. Let me take this off. I'm gonna be building the Bakaneko65. Haven't really decided on switches, but I think I know what I'm gonna use. And then we'll see how it sounds. Oh yeah, my let's see. We get my desk cleared. Let me get some tools out. Probably have to lose some stabilizers first. Get all that stuff going. So just give me a sec here. Probably better. Actually get this out of the way now. I'm gonna remove some stabilizers first. Brush. And hopefully I don't have to clip the stabilizers. Hey Mark, what's going on, man? Just gonna get these stabs ready. Islands 201. What's up? What's up, Steve? Building another keyboard. not decided on my keycaps yet. Let me try and do this real quick, then I can get to the fun part. Steve, what's up, man? You back at work yet? Yo, Chaser, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. How you like the Bakaneko so far? Oh shit. Thanks, Chaser. Appreciate the follow. I'm going to try and do a new build every Thursday night for the next few weeks. So, Bakaneko won out this week. Nobody really voted on my poll like that. But, yeah, I've only seen one review on YouTube about it so far. Because I know a lot of them are still shipping. I just got one because, you know, I live so close to Rhode Island, which is where they were shipping out of. So I got mine like in a few days. But I'm excited for the next few boards. And then I already have the U80 is shipping. And then I also have, what is it? I have the Bakaneko65, which is arriving, that I'm not looking forward to. I may not even build that one. I may just sell it off right away. Just because, I mean, I'll probably post it in the Discord if anybody wants it, so you guys get like first dibs. And if it doesn't sell in the Discord in a few days, I'll probably put it up on Mech Market. It's not that the Bakaneko65 is a bad board. The colorway that I got. So my whole thing was, when the first run of the Bakaneko65 went out, I missed it, right? And then I saw all the reviews and everybody was like, oh, the Bakaneko65 is such a dope board. And then they had this, the Peaches and Cream edition that was coming out. And then I bought into that group buy because I didn't want to miss out on the Bakaneko65. At the time, I didn't really care about the colorway. But then I saw that they launched a bunch of other ones, and they even had like an in-stock run. And since then, the KBD, what was it? The KBD fans dropped the board too. Was it the 67 Lite? And I'm just like, I'm so over the Bakaneko65 because I have a Portico and I have the NK65, and I'm just like, I don't feel like the Bakaneko65 is going to offer anything too crazy, especially not in that colorway that I really am not even feeling now a year later. So it is what it is. You know, once it gets here, I may open it up on stream, and then I'll probably put it up for sale in the marketplace. So we'll see. Give me 1 sec. I need to clip these stabilizers. You guys aren't hearing any of it like that. Right? All that extra noise. Man, I always get the equals C3 stabilizers, so I never have to clip feet. Even the Durox, I don't think you have to clip. It's just these cherry stabs. Red Devil extras tomorrow? Nah, man, miss me with that. I'm not playing these games. Merc, man, I feel like that's the only thing you do in the Discord, is you just post a bunch of shit to make people buy it. This guy is like a Merc. You're being a cancer to the whole group. Oh, my bad. Let me turn that down. Sorry. How's that? Better? Insane, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Just trying to get back to building keyboards on stream. Yeah, I know, right, Chaser? Merc is the first one to be trying to sell people shit, and he's the first one to post when new shit drops. He's like, yo, check this out. New shit's coming. Just open your wallets, guys. I'm done with that, man. You know what was really funny is yesterday when I was like, oh, I'm going to be going on vacation with the family this summer. I'm not trying to spend any money. And then I didn't realize that I said I was going to the Keys. Yeah, right. He didn't even say what's up. He just popped in and was like, yo, they got extras on sale tomorrow. Get ready. That's funny. You know what, though, man? I really do like this Discord. It's definitely an awesome group. I didn't even know that many of you guys were, like, creating content and doing all these, like, sound tests and all this stuff. But it's pretty dope to see. It's like a whole, like, subgroup of people that I didn't even know existed. This whole time I thought I was the only crazy person. Yeah, but like Misfire, I mean, it does he has a bunch of stuff up on YouTube. I actually just gave him a follow today. Dude, he has a sound test of his Think 6.5. It sounds so good. So I'm pretty excited to build mine now. So he hyped me for that. I couldn't even believe how good it sounded. I was like, holy shit, get out of here. I have one of these. Nah, you're good, Merc. Don't ever change. Keep being you. You're the one, aren't you the one that said that if somebody's marriage falls apart because they can't control their habits, then they're the problem? That was funny. You guys were like, man, this guy's going to the Keys. Even his fucking vacations are keyboard themed. That was actually pretty funny. Nah, man, you're good. Trust me, I appreciate it. A lot of these, I personally won't be joining any group buys for a while, man. I went overboard. I'm waiting on 9 different boards to come through. Like, I don't got it. I'm not spending a dime on keyboards for a while. I want to build all the ones that I have coming in on stream, and then that's it, you know, and maybe I'll get rid of some later on. But as of right now, I don't have any interest in buying any more boards. Like I just have way too many, or for me, it's too many. Like I have this, I live in a New York City apartment. I really can't have too many more boards. These feel scratchy. These do not feel great. More lube. Not a big flex. I have, after I get all my boards in, I'll have like 26. 26 is way too many for where I live. Like if I had a house, right, and I had a basement where I could just fucking be like a troll living down there, that would be a completely different story. So, and that's another thing that I'm working on, man. I gotta work on getting a house, you know, want to start doing more vacations with the family, start doing all that other stuff, all that other normie stuff. But as of right now, I don't feel like getting any more boards. I feel like I have enough coming already, and enough to look forward to. Yeah, man. I feel like that's something that I want to start doing with the kids, and I want to start while they're young, because my little ones are 2 and 1. So like I just want to get them in the habit of that, because I didn't really have that growing up, being able to like go on vacations and stuff all the time. So I'd like to at least get 2 done this summer, and then we'll see what we do going forward. Maybe we start doing like holidays, like getaways and stuff like that. Yeah, man, I definitely feel like that's the move. Damn, you taking the kids to Vegas? What kind of trip is that? You got the kids out there at the craps table. I would have no idea where to even start if I were to take my kids to Vegas. I feel like the first thing that I think of when I'm like, oh, vacation kids, let's go to Disney World. But then I also feel like that's so played out. And from the way that people are like saying that Disney World is kind of whack with like all the restrictions that are in place now. I mean, I understand it's to keep people safe, but if it alters the experience, then, you know, I can wait until things get back to normal before I take the kids there. And it's expensive. Circus? Yeah, I mean, New York City isn't somewhere to raise kids, in my opinion. Like, there's much better like living circumstances in other places. Like, people living on top of people. Like, this shit is not cool. Kalahari? Where's that at? That's where you took Ellie? That's not the one by where is that? The George Washington Bridge, right? Yeah, man, I'm up in the Bronx, Chaser. So I'm up north from him. But it's not that far. For any of you guys that already have a Bakaneko, no, I haven't gone to Dream Mall yet. My wife wants to go there, but I haven't gotten a chance to go. Is it overrated? I don't know. I feel like I would at least have to go once. It can't be worse than Jersey Gardens. So, does Newport Mall still exist? It's still a thing. 1 hour ice skating is $40 per person. Why are they putting time limits on ice skates? I gotta go to fuck man, where is it? I gotta go to the high school, Steve. Sneak in there, yo. I still got my old ID. I haven't changed in the last 15 years. Nickelodeon, is that at the Dream Mall? What is it, like Nickelodeon Studios, or they had oh, okay. But is Dream Mall usually packed? And like, what kind of, like, I'm sure they have like the normal Jersey restrictions over there, right? It's just like wear a mask indoors, 6 feet apart, all that kind of shit. Yeah, Mark, man, just hit me up. I'm not far from Yankee Stadium at all. We should probably go. We should probably invite Brian down once he moves over to Boston. Just have him come through. Because somehow he's a Yankees fan, even though he said he's from Kansas, I think. Yeah, yo, it's not that great. Hold on. It comes in like the worst packaging. It's not great at all. It's super cheap packaging. This is all it came in. Is like this really like cheap ass like sleeve, and then they glue on fucking the label on it. It was one of the most disappointing experiences that I've had unboxing some shit. I was like, man, this was not worth the wait at all. Like, this is horrible. And then it comes with that little push pin thing, like to pop out your SIM card. Comes with one of those. It's all aluminum, and it has like 4 little screws on the bottom, yada yada, all this stuff. But it's solid aluminum. But the problem with that is that it's very hollow sounding. Like on this one, hold on, let me pop it open. I had to actually put like some foam down there just so it didn't sound so hollow. Like I put it away just because, I mean, you saw I have other macro pads, but like this was my first one that I bought, and it works, but no matter what switch I would put in here, it just sounded not great. And then it would become annoying, like if I was streaming, because that's what I was using it for. Is I had it for while I was streaming, I would just have like, it would switch my cameras, or I would like, you know, switch scenes or whatever. But it really does not sound great, man. Oh, God. longer than I thought. But yeah, nothing crazy at all. I mean, it was 50-60 bucks, so whatever, but it just sounds metallic-y, and I just put like bullshit foam in here just so it didn't sound so hollow. But this whole, like, there's like a huge gap down here that's just totally empty, and then you just hear like that case ping the whole time, like every time you press down a switch. It comes with Gateron black switches, so at least they populate it for you. You know, it already works, you just have to plug it in and program it. But it just really was not a great experience. It's just super hollow sounding, you know. Sorry. If you just need a macro pad, I would probably suggest putting some kind of like silent switches or polyfill, or yeah, like just, you're gonna have to stuff this thing so it doesn't make all that noise. But it works really well, and it's, you know, quick to set up. Yeah, man, it's not like you bought into some crazy group buy that you're gonna wait years for to get it, you know. So I mean, if you just need a macro pad, it is what it is. It's just a little hollow, but also this one is from their first run. You know, I can't speak on like any of their newer stuff because I haven't bought anything else from them. Like the knob that they did looks really clean, but then KBD fans just dropped one too, and theirs has like RGB and looks even cleaner. So, but yeah, like this is like inexcusable. Like even the print quality is like real bad, like thermal printed on there. It's just real cheap looking. I was like, oh, okay. Yo, Misfire, I watched your video on the what was it, on the Think? Dude, your Think sounds dope. I'm excited to build mine at some point. Where did I put the cover for this thing? Over here confusing myself. Let me put all this shit away so I can start building my keyboard. But yeah, man, it sounds dope as hell. Am I even gonna need this? I don't need this, right? Because I'm not gonna need this at all. I don't need a screwdriver, because the whole thing is O-ring mounted, and then these are, you know, clip-in stabilizers. Even though I'm not a big fan of clip-ins, I saw that they had on their website that it was recommended that you use them. So I was actually hoping that one of you guys could actually speak to that. Like, what is there like some kind of interference? Is that why I need to use clip-ins? What do you mean, Stony? What are you talking about? The board that I was using, that I showed you earlier? There's interference on the spacebar and backspace that will cause O-ring not to sit flush with screwing stabs. Oh, that sucks. I mean, as long as even if it pops out, right? This is a hot swap board anyway. It's not hard to fix. So even if a stabilizer pops out, then whatever, you can just pull the PCB out. Oh, the one that I showed on that YouTube clip that I did yesterday. Yeah, that board, that's the one that I'm gonna be building today. So 7 o'clock. But from what I saw, this board is really quick to put together anyway. I mean, it's so, Stony, cheap is relative, right? When talking about like custom mechanical keyboards, especially like like an in-stock item, right? You're going to compare it just to other in-stock items and especially for like the price point. Like this board is a really good value, especially with, it comes with everything that you need to assemble it. You know, other stuff that's at a similar price point, you're gonna have to buy all the add-ons. So like you have to buy your stabilizer separate, you'll have to buy your PCB separate, you'll have to buy, you know, a carrying case if that's something that you want, you have to buy that separate. And those all those things just add up really quick. Like I have the carrying case from OmniType, for example. That thing is by itself, I think it was like $60. A DZ60 PCB, another $60. The Tofu 65 case is what, like 110 or like $90, like somewhere in between, like within that. Your stabilizers are gonna run you another 25 to $30. Like shit adds up quick, man. Like it's not like, and then you end up building a tofu board that is not gonna sound as good. It's probably gonna have some case ping if you don't have any foam. It's not like, it's such a hassle, like for what you get out of it, which is not much, you know, but it's also where the hobby was before it started blowing up like it did in the past year and a half or 2 years. So that also has to be taken into consideration. Is like tofu used to be like the standard, right? Because that's what there was. That was the entry level board. Is, hey, you wanna get started, this is what you do, this is what you build. And that's like if you want to go beyond like getting a ducky, right? So like a ducky, I would say, or like an An Pro or a poker, like those all used to be like the boards that were like, these are the pre-builts to buy because they're really good pre-builts. And it's not that they aren't, you know, it's once you start typing on a custom keyboard, you see that it's a completely different experience, right? As vain as that sounds, this sounds like when people talk about Apple products and how great they are, right? It's like, oh, you use the computer and then you use this. Like, this is completely different. This is like, I had a Mecha Mini, right? And they were on back order for such a long time. In the time that I ordered the Mecha Mini, so that's actually how I really got, like, started getting into customs, was I had a GK61. I was like, whatever, it's a bullshit board. I had optical switches. I swapped out the switches and then I swapped out the keycaps, and I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this board. And then the Mecha Mini dropped and I was like, oh, an aluminum case. I want one of those. So I ordered a Mecha Mini. By the time that I got it, right, 6 months went by. In that time, I already had taken the leap and I bought my first Tofu case. I built my first custom mechanical keyboard, and as soon as it's probably still on my Twitch. It's the first time that I ever streamed an unboxing, and if you watch that video, at that point, I was so disappointed with unboxing the Mecha Mini and the way that it felt when I typed on it, that I was just like, I'm never using a pre-built again. And it's not that pre-builts are not good values, right? It's just a completely different experience. Like, this is not what I want to type on anymore. Like, this is not good enough. And that's it. It's just a hobby, just like any other hobby. But in terms of like value, the board that I'm building today is cheaper than the first board that I ever built. And better in every way. So, and it's cool to see because, you know, a lot of this stuff is starting to become mainstream. People are starting to get into the hobby. A lot of people are working from home, right? So they have their own peripherals at home, and then they start really, you know, typing on the stuff that they have at home, and then they realize, hey, I want to try something better. And then they do, and then that's how they get into the hobby. But there's nothing wrong with like Keychron, right? Keychron makes really good pre-builds. Especially recently, because they've been listening to the community and they've been wanting to get more involved in having some higher end stuff. Like the Q1 is a good board. It pinged a little, but you can fix that. You can mod that. The Q2 that just dropped is really enticing. I mean, it's not marketed towards somebody, but it's not marketed towards someone like myself or somebody like Misfire, right? or somebody like Merc, like all those guys that are like keyboard enthusiasts that are in here are not, that's not marketed towards us, but it's a really good entry point for somebody who is looking for these things and doesn't want to spend the money on something, a more luxurious item. And it's not the Keychron, it doesn't make Keychron bad. Just because I'm bigging up all these customs, like it doesn't make a Keychron a bad keyboard at all. Or what did you say you just got? You have the you had the Keychron before, and then you said you had purchased something else. Yeah, it's a jumping off point. Yeah, definitely. The Keychron is definitely a great board for anybody that's getting it. You know what's weird, man, is that I don't know how these guys can review a board. Like Brian, right? He jumps back and forth on, let me do this custom board and then let me review these pre-builds, right? And for him to get hyped for pre-builds is good to see, right? Like I may not get that, I may not be as enthusiastic. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, the thing is, it's exciting to see it being offered to other people. It's like there are people who buy pre-built computers. Not everybody builds their own computers. I'm a computer hardware enthusiast, so I build my own computers. I haven't purchased a computer ever in my adult life, ever. I built my first computer 2007, 2006-ish. And that's it. I've never went to the store and bought a computer for me. And I never will. But I enjoy part of the process in building, right? It's part of the hobby, and it's something that I enjoy. And anything that would be wrong with it, I worked in IT for 14 years. Like, I don't anymore, but I've been in the IT field for a long time. Like, I'm not, anything that's wrong with my computer, I can fix. Like, I'm not worried about that. But for other people, they don't have that luxury, right? Like, oh, they may not know. And it's not that they don't want to learn. It's also, it could be that they just don't have an interest and they have a computer out of necessity. Things like that. It's the same as any other hobby. I know I'm a little heavy on the dielectric grease. You know what the worst part of dielectric grease is? Is after you've had a board assembled for a while, and then you take it apart and you look at the stabs, how they have like bits of like skin flakes and like hair in them, and it's just chilling on the dielectric grease. It's so gross. Yeah, I'm like, I haven't tried, what is it, XHBZT or whatever the fuck it's called. I've never tried it, so I can't talk shit on it. I know that dielectric grease is what I started with, and I haven't like moved away from it. Really? Oh yeah, you have an HHKB. HHKB is those are fantastic boards. I like 205. I think I've only done one keyboard with 205 on the wire, and I'll be honest, it's just I'm so lazy that it's easier for me to just dunk it in there instead of just brushing another piece. And I know that's stupid because I already have all the materials out, like the lube is already there. Like I just feel like fuck it. Oops. There we go. .205 G0 is good for everything. feel like we talked about this in the Discord the other day. Like, yo, Google 5G0, you put that shit on everything. You know what's funny is people are like, oh yeah, I use a light oil on tactiles. I was like, not me. All I do is just don't lube the legs. Problem fucking solved. Don't lube the legs. you don't want to lose that tactility. Don't lube the legs. The whole reason that you're lubing the thing in the first place is so that, you know, it's smooth on the rails, so it goes up and down. You'll lube the spring so it doesn't ping, you know, because some of the, you know, some switches, they'll give you cheap springs. So whatever. And what's funny is I have tryposis and I have all that shit. I haven't opened any of it. I was like, I'm not wasting my time on this. Okay. I did not have anything to wipe my hands with. Give me 1 sec. All right, cool. Cool thing. Put these here, whatever. Okay. Let's open this thing up. Now a little. Cool. Okay. Prep our PCB. What did they? I don't remember. Did they give us an option for what the plate was going to be? What is this? FR4? They didn't give us an option, right? This is just what it came with. I mean, I like FR4, so whatever. Yesterday, I said SAT65. I was getting two things confused. I was thinking of the Satisfaction 75 for some reason. But what I actually meant was that this reminds me of the and what's that? The Practice 65, which is a PCB that Canon Keys sells. I was like, oh, because I thought that's what they would have included, and I didn't think that the blocker was going to be a part of like the whole cast of the board, which I should have thought of because it's a casted, piece of aluminum. Yeah, the Instant 65 and the Practice 65 is also the Practice 65 I think is the board that they have. I have one under here somewhere. Yeah. So I have one, the Practice 65. What a waste of Durox stabs. I gotta desolder this just to save these stabilizers. I even used gold wires on them on this piece of shit. I'm like, yo, why would I use these? I had plenty of clip-in stabilizers too. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use this as a real board. I typed on it once. I was like, this thing fucking sucks. I was like, this was definitely for practicing soldering. This is not meant for you to type on. I mean, but that's the thing, right? Is that that's what it's like. Even like this, I wouldn't even consider this like a budget board. Like this is, it's not. I added like all this stuff, tried to make it into something that I would be able to type on, and I was like, oh yeah, look at it, it has like that industrial look. You can see the PCB, all this stuff. Nope. I took the switches off of it and I just fucking tossed it in in the drawer. Took the keycaps. I mean, like, there's no saving this thing. What is this? This is a 6.25 wire, right? Dude, I don't know what I want to, because I have a black board or a black case. I don't know what I want to put on it. Like what keycaps. I feel like I may just go Hennessey. Yeah, I know. But then I was also thinking about like the future builds that I was gonna do. I don't know how Kaiju would look on a black board, but I just feel like it wouldn't look good. Like I feel like Kaiju has to go out on like an orange board, red board, or like a white board to really make those keycaps like pop. I don't think that they'll work on a black board. I had my yeah. Yeah, no, Kaiju looks so good. I haven't found what to do with mine, but I know that I have like a, if I do Kaiju, I'm gonna do my dark green Tangies, right? Or the, you know, the dark green stem Tangies, the heavier ones. I have the matching stabilizers too, the C3 stabilizers that match the Tangies, with just like that orange and green vibe going on. Yeah, but I don't have a board to put them on. I don't have anything that I can put on them that I'd be like, oh, this looks sick. Or at least I don't even think I have any white boards coming. And I don't want to buy any more boards. So I'm like in a really weird place. I think the only white board that I have is my Godspeed 75, but I already have a Moto Light on there. I don't want to swap those out. I just feel like that's such a clean look that I don't want to swap it out. My Think is black and white, so I don't want to do that. I actually have my GMK what is it? My GMK white on black that I was gonna use for my Think. If I would have had like the poly with like brass or something like that, I would definitely be down to put Kaiju on that. Or even if I had like, what was it? If I had like the badges to match, like the green badge and the green weight, because I don't think they did an orange one, right? But I would definitely be down to like use those. Those would have been nice on a Think. And then I have, no, they did green. I don't know, do they have the weight and all that stuff? Kaiju on poly would look really nice, but again, I don't have like a nice poly board. So like I have a tofu, yuck. not putting it on that. I'm sure that makes me sound like such a snob now. Like, oh, look at this guy starting to get those upper echelon keyboards. This fucking scumbag. He's too good for a tofu. Meanwhile, I'm over here building a Bakaneko. It's weird. It's like when you step up to that next level of boards, you don't even want to look back. And you know what the problem was? The first time I spent $500 on a board and was okay with it, was like, this is not good. Like, now that I'm okay with it, like now I'm not afraid of those group buys. The only things that are gonna, like, the only thing I'm scared of is like, I wouldn't, bro. Yeah, that is terrible. When you became okay with spending that much on a board, is when it becomes a problem. But I can't do a key colt. I tried. They had their auction open. I think I bid like 1,800 or something like that. And once I saw that like I wasn't even like the top 10, I was like, nah, I'm not fucking doing this. Don't mind me asking, how much was your custom keyboard? Which one? I have a lot of them. The one that was on my desk before. Yeah, the Vickery shit was crazy. 3,500 bucks, dude. And that was like my like limit. Even that I didn't feel comfortable with. Like as soon as I bid, I was like, oh fuck, like I shouldn't have done that. Oh, so that board was a limited run. Yeah, exactly. That's the mentality I had. I was like, yo, fuck. What if I win? I was like, if I win, I better sell this shit. Jafer, wow. I'm getting celebrities in here now. What's up, man? How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I think Brian popped in here once and he didn't say anything. Hold on, let me show you. So this board, so this is like an Arisu style board, and for the body itself, like the case and everything, it was 150 bucks, which is not a lot. But there were only 250 of these made. I don't know how many of them are like this specific like color, like the clear acrylic, but you know, they came in a few other colors. Oh yeah, man, that's my only Arisu style board, but I have been getting used to using it, and I love it. Amazing layout. I definitely like it a lot. And it was really easy to go back to like a normal style board, like to go back to like the normal layout. It definitely was not a problem at all. But this actually, I feel like it makes you a better typist, like in just separating your hands in the way that it does. I didn't realize how many bad habits I had. It's definitely nice. It takes some adjusting, Jafer. Like it definitely is a awesome layout. And that's why I went into this group buy, was because for a group buy, it was so cheap. 150 bucks. I was like, okay, well, even if I don't like it, it's not going to turn out to be that bad. And then as soon as I started typing on it, like it's my daily driver now, and I've only had it for like a few days, like 4 or 5 days. Misfire, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Hold on, let me grab this. Ugh. I know I'm supposed to be building this Bakaneko, and I keep getting sidetracked. So this is my Godspeed 75. Loaded up with creams, and it sounds amazing, and it is a dope ass keyboard that doesn't get enough love. Like just the whole look of it, brass plate, brass weight, and it's like the polished brass plate, so it looks like gold. It's amazing. And then the USB pass through, crazy. Such a good board, and it's heavy. It's like 8 pounds. It's such a good board, but I feel like when they designed it, they fucked up a little bit, because there is a short that is very common on the daughter. Is it the daughter board? I think it's when the because there's no flex, but like if you push down hard enough, like it'll short. Yeah, this is from TKC, Jafer. So it'll short and it'll activate my F9, and then I think like this little cluster right here of keys all activate, but I have to press it down pretty hard. Like you won't notice it in normal typing, but like if you push down on it, you'll definitely like activate all those keys. And that's the one thing that I didn't like about it. But like if I really wanted to, I'd open up the board, put some electrical tape or something, and then it really wouldn't change the sound profile of the board. I just like the way it sounds so much that I don't even want to change it. Give me 1 sec. Let me turn off my what is this called? NVIDIA noise cancellation, whatever it is. RTX voice. Yeah, so I turned off RTX voice, so super clean, really crisp sound. I definitely like this board a lot. But the whole reason I pulled this one off the wall is because right now, Stony, this is my most expensive board that's built already. So this board I think started at like 500 bucks, or it was like 550 for this particular one, and that's without, you know, without anything on it, just a case. Yeah, I mean, let me actually put this thing together, man. I'm over here wasting time. I'm sure you guys have better things to do. But I'm gonna do some creams on here just because I already had them prepped and ready. And I wanted to hear what they sound like on the Bakaneko. I'm just glad that it's such an easy board to put together. Because it's like I'm not screwing anything. I'm just popping these in and then like putting the O-ring on and just mounting it. I did not film these, but these are broken in. I actually had been typing on these in one of my tofus for more than a year. So these are broken in, and then I cleaned them, re-lubed them, which is also a pain in the ass. As much as I hate lubing, this is probably the only switch that I would ever lube twice. I did not film them. But these are what they're supposed to feel like. It sucks. It sucks because creams get such a bad rap just because, like, if they're not broken in, they're gonna be scratchy. Even if you just lube them, they're still gonna be a little bit scratchy. Like, there's nothing you can really do about that. But like after like that whole breaking in period of typing on it for a while, like they can get good. Yeah, but that's the thing is like MX Blacks, especially like the vintage MX Blacks, like that you pull from like a really old keyboard, those things that are already beat to hell, like those are really like, they feel amazing, but it just takes time. Nah, man, lubing is not great. Anybody who says that there's people who are like, oh, it's therapeutic and all this shit. Like, nah, man, I can't do it. Like, I hate lubing switches, and I have like 1,000 switches that I need to lube for all these builds that are coming in. Like, I have 110 Gap black inks that I need to do. You know what it is? I can probably lube switches if I'm watching something. Like, I'd have to watch, like, it'd have to be something like bonkers. I'd have to be doing like a marathon of, like, I can watch all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, or I can watch, like, I can just start going through like the Marvel movies while I'm lubing, and then I can probably do it that way. But like if I were to sit here, even like I've done it on stream, like I try to sit here and stream, and honestly, like, you know, no bullshit, I'm not like a big streamer, or like I don't have a following or anything. So like one person will pop in and I'll talk to one person for a while, and then once they dip, I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I'm taking it down. Like, I'm not gonna keep streaming here by myself, fucking lubing switches. Nobody wants to see this shit. And those are one of the things that, like, if Apiary or if Alex Odos wanted to do something like that, or if Teja was doing something like that, like just sitting there lubing switches, there's definitely going to be people there for him to interact with, and it won't be as bad. So it's just a whole different like scenario. Dafer, man, I saw you had a whole bunch of stuff up on the in the marketplace. I haven't gotten any box creams yet. I would definitely like to see what those are like. I don't expect them to be too different. Probably just tighter tolerances. Yeah, I have a Rama U80 finally coming in. Tell me what your experience was with Rama, because I've been on the fence this whole time, because every sound test I listen to for the U80, like I look at the board and the board is gorgeous, and then I hear the board and I'm like, I don't think that this board sounds as good as it should for its price point. Stock. Like any board you can mod and make it, you know, and try to change the sound profile. But like when you start paying a certain amount for a board, you shouldn't have to do those things. That's my opinion. Like you shouldn't have to, you know, go and start modding a board like crazy just to get it to sound right. Especially when you've already paid the premium. Like there's a reason why some of these other manufacturers are like considered the upper echelon of like the whole manufacturing part of, you know, these keyboards. Like if you get a key Colt and it sounds like shit out of the box, I don't care what switches you put in it. Like for that amount of money, like the board better come correct every time. And maybe I'm wrong, right? But I just feel like once you start paying like those crazy prices, like I'm not buying a $700 board and saying, oh, well, I gotta mod it now. And I think Misfire, I'm not sure, you know, if it was you that we were going back and forth on the Bauer, but I don't feel like, you know, and I still don't. I feel like 2 years ago the Bauer would have been the best board on the market, and I feel like kind of it was. The Bauer was a beast, but today the Bauer does not have the same value that it had 2 years ago, or a year and a half, whenever it was when it dropped. And I'm talking about the Bauer 1. Yeah, I mean you shouldn't have to do any of that stuff, right? And it would help, right? And maybe I can excuse it if they acknowledge, right, that some of these sound profiles are not ideal, and they provide for you, right? They provide for you the foam inserts to change the sound profile, right? If that was included in the price and they start giving you this stuff to make it sound the way you want to, and you don't have to kind of bend over backwards and buy that stuff on your own, then yeah. The Bauer is such a nice looking board and it's such a great sounding board, but I just feel like it's asking a little bit too much. And I'm judging it obviously by the extras, by the pricing on the extras, not what the group buy was, right? And maybe that's also not fair, but I just feel like all these other boards just are like, keyboards are in an awesome place right now. I feel like the price is low enough that if you wanted something really nice, you don't have to break the bank. And then if you want something really custom, that's when you join a group buy. But for some of the stuff, like I don't feel like the GMMK Pro was the best thing that Glorious could have put out. I feel like they tried to like tick a lot of boxes. Like, oh, it needs a knob. Oh, it needs to be a 75% board. Like they really just kind of tried to mimic the Satisfaction 75, which was the hottest board of, what was it, of early last year, late 2020. Like Sat 75 was what the Bauer was the year before. And then the Bakaneko is always going to be like the staple now, right? Like I feel like this board, obviously I haven't even finished putting it together yet. I haven't even typed on a Bakaneko ever, but I've heard a lot of sound tests on Bakanekos, and for what they sound like you can't really, what are you gonna say for what it costs? Like, wow, this sounds amazing for less than $200. Like, dude, you can't go wrong getting a Bakaneko. It's why they sell out all the time. Like a Bakaneko60, I wouldn't have bought because I don't want any more 60% boards. I have 3 Tofus that I know I'm not ever going to be able to get rid of anyway because they're Tofus. And like I said before, kind of the whole hobby is kind of moving in a direction where we start, you know, getting better value for the money. Like all these things that you could only get with custom boards are starting to be, you know, integrated into these pre-built boards. And companies like Keychron and Glorious, and there's definitely going to be more, because, you know, Ducky just started adding hot swap to their boards. Like the day Razer says, you know what? We're going to start doing hot swap for our boards. We're going to start letting people use these standardized stabilizers. When Razer starts doing that, Razer will blow up. As long as it's at the right price point, like just because of the name recognition alone. And if they start like doing what Glorious started doing, like there's no way that Razer can't get it right. Like especially like the way they just kind of redid themselves last year when they did the Viper Ultimate. Like I have 2 Razer mice on my desk. I have the Naga Pro, and I have the Viper Ultimate. Before that, I was strictly using the Model O. Before that, I was Logitech. Like, yeah, Razer Greens sell because younger kids, right, like clicky switches, and Razer has huge brand recognition, and they've been around for a very long time. There is no, yeah, and the thing is, I can't even hate on Razer because they make good products. They just don't make products that are targeted to me. And that's it. There's nothing wrong with Razer stuff. They don't make garbage. Like, maybe there was a low point that they had, you know, maybe like 2014, 2015. Like, maybe their stuff wasn't that great, but they still had the name recognition. They were still selling stuff like crazy. Actually, speaking of Razer, so I'm going to show you something that the only other person that I know that has one is Random Frank P. And he bought his on eBay after they already stopped making it. And I've never seen anybody else have this. Look at how massive this is. This is the Razer Tarantula from 2008, 2009. This was the board that I had when I built my first computer. It wasn't the first computer I ever had, it was the first computer I ever built. But this is the board that went with it. This thing is massive with a built-in wrist rest. I had this, and this was a little battle dock. It's like a mini USB. Dude, nobody has these anymore. Mine works. I never use it, but I don't have the heart to throw it away. I used it to play Final Fantasy 11. Dude, such a like, for me, such an iconic board. But then a lot of like when Razer and their like branding really picked up was when they did the Tarantula, the Black Widow. Once they did the Black Widow is when they were like snowballing and became huge. Yeah, it's a really big board. You saw how it like eclipsed this PCB. Stoney, you should definitely follow Jafer on YouTube. He's actually getting to be pretty big, in my opinion. Jafer's got a pretty good following. And you know what, Jafer, you better tell this guy something, because he has a problem with buying gear. He buys way too much gear. Jafer built his entire channel using an iPhone, like a G, and his content is so good. I never knew until he said that he finally got a camera. Yeah, man. I like this FR4. It looks good. Let's see. Hey, Misfire, you still in here? Oh, there he is. You came back right on time. Dude, so What am I? Do I just stretch this over it and that's it? I don't do anything else? It's corner to corner, right? Yeah, but Jafer, I never knew that you were all iPhone. Like, you did your whole channel on your iPhone. Like, dude, that's mad respect. Because, not for nothing, like, I have way too much, like, I have a lot of gear. And I feel like the biggest problem that I have is that I never really start. That feels weird. That feels like, am I supposed to like tuck it in? Make sure the corner switches are snug. Yeah, this is weird. I feel like, is this enough to give it like friction between the board and the, because the 50A is thick enough, right? Like, it just feels like the gasket is gonna go in between the PCB and the plate, and then it won't touch the board. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm probably wrong. I don't know. Let me install this. Feels loose. Feel loose when you put it in. Okay. It stretches because of the block. Oh, okay. Let me install this daughter board real quick. Dude, this was such a nice board. I'm definitely glad that I jumped on this one. Here. Like, for what it is, with everything that it comes with, like, unbeatable. You can only really replicate it, right? I feel like that's the only thing you can do. You can only replicate what Canon Keys did. You can't really surpass it, like, in terms of value. I didn't like that mine had like those issues from casting, like those burrs that came in here that look like dust. I mean, it is what it is. I'll never see it, but like on a more premium board, I'd be pissed. But on the outside, it's perfect. So I don't have any complaints. So let me install this daughter board real quick. These 4 screws are for the daughter board? All right, what am I doing here? Am I supposed to put some kind of like insulation down here? Or does it just go like bare PCB right on the case? But these are, and what's this? These are feet? These are not the feet. This looks like a gasket. What am I supposed to do with this? What was this for? This was to put under the daughter board? These are oh, I see it. It's like little rubber feet. Okay. I see them now. Yeah. Dude, I love this camera. So dope. The autofocus on here. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks like one piece. But yeah, no, I gotcha. And then the 4 screws that came in here with the Allen key, that's for the daughter board. It's not Phillips head screws. I just want to make sure I'm using the right screws, because I don't see anywhere else where screws would go, right? So I'm assuming it would be these 4. So weird. Jay, did you end up getting one of these? There's only been one review, I think, so far. You know what? I originally had ordered a lavender, and then I wanted to get a black one because I feel like I didn't have enough black boards to go with the keycaps that I already own, or even for the keycaps that I have coming. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the Mammoth goes on sale tomorrow. The Mammoth is so nice. Such a nice board, but I gotta skip it. Also, round 3 of the Mr. Suit is happening at the end of this, what is it? The end of next month. Like late February, early March. That one's gonna be hard for me to fight off. I'll be honest. But you know what? My birthday's in March. Maybe I can be like, hey, can I have just one more board? Oh, okay. I see. You know what? I can appreciate that they made this wire long enough so that it's not a pain in the ass to plug it in and unplug it. Scratch that. They made it long enough so it's not a pain in the ass to plug it in. I mean, to unplug it. So, do you have any issues with your? Oh, okay. The pins are on top. Do you have any issues with like your PCB falling out of the Bakaneko? Is that like a thing? I just am not like, I don't know, man. It's my first time. I just don't feel like it'll really. It feels like it's gonna be super loose in there. Oh, okay. So then I push this down here, tight. Okay, this is not going in. That feels really weird to put in there. That feels it feels weird. Wow, that is very unique. That's the first time I ever built like a board that's mounted like this. That's super weird. I mean, obviously friction, it makes sense why it would hold. It just is like, I'm so used to just screwing this stuff in place somewhere. Oh, mine is zinc. I ended up getting a zinc weight. I wanted to get a little more resonance, because from what I understand, you know, if it was silicone, it would have dampened it a little bit more. Yeah, no, it's the zinc weight. It doesn't have like a real finish on it or anything. Like they didn't really spend, you know, money on providing like a real crazy finish for the weight, which is understandable to keep the price low. Yeah, it looks terrible, but I'll never see it. But whatever. God, where the hell? Here we go. You know, I have. Well, whatever. I'll just use these. This is fine. I was about to say, because I have like bump-ons. Like I could just use those instead, but I'll just put these. they ever come off, then I know I have extras. Yeah, yo, Mr. Suit. Mr. Suit is the only time that I missed out on a board and was legitimately like upset about it. That's the only time I was ever upset about it. And it's for the I wouldn't say it's the worst reason. Fuck that. I'm upset about the Mr. Suit group buy because people admittedly just buy whatever fucking board and then they just sell it because it was so hyped. Like that group buy, going into that group buy felt like you were just walking into a fucking war zone, bro. It was the worst because I legitimately wanted the board so bad, and I wanted a specific colorway, and I really wanted to like buy the board that I wanted, and then it just didn't happen, right? And then I was like, okay, the one I wanted was like sold out, and then there was another one that I also like would have liked, like as a like if I couldn't get the one that I wanted, and I tried to buy that one, and then I was like, okay, no problem. And then there were other ones that I could have bought that were still in stock, and I just straight up didn't because I felt like, okay, well, whoever actually wants these other colors, let them get them, right? You would think that. Stupid ass me. Like that's not the way the world works. So lesson learned though. Here's my ridiculous. So I don't keep, because like I said before, I live in a New York City apartment. I don't keep my boxes. I don't keep any of my boxes. I just have a shitload of keycaps in this cloth drawer. And it's literally filled to the brim. So I will, oh wow, that must have earned me a follow. Thanks, Tyson. He was like, I respect this guy. He doesn't give a fuck about reselling keycaps. But I'm definitely gonna go with Hennesey. And these I have because I can never throw them out, because these are the first keycaps I ever bought. Pudding keycaps from, I think these are HyperX pudding keycaps. And then it became buying all this kind of shit. Boom 808. Okay, these were the ones from KP Republic. GMK Bushido. Taro. GMK Laser. Here it is. GMK Hennesey. That's what we're looking for. Dude, and I have so many caps in here that have never been mounted and I've never ever used, just because I'm saving them for other boards for when they come in. That's it. Like I have so many group buys that I'm a part of that I know I've posted like everywhere, like, oh, I'm still waiting for this. What's really funny is when I was talking about my how long I've been waiting for my Rama. Because I was bitching about it so hard in the in the Discord that I was just like, you know what? Like I only had, when I ordered my Rama, I only had 2 kids, and now I have a 3rd kid. And I was like, this is getting ridiculous. She's got teeth now, and for some reason that was like, oh, there he is. Oh my God, come on, man. No. What's up, Brian? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. I've been getting that since I was like 16. Like, yo, okay, Drake. I've heard that shit for so long. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I gotta turn this off real quick. You guys got. Was that my sneak peek to what this is gonna sound like? Get the fuck out of here. No way, man. No way, man. No way does it sound that good. Yeah, I'm gonna build it with creams, but these are already broken in. These I pulled out of a different board that I had. And then that poor board got I ended up putting what was it, box blacks in there. Yeah, man, that sounds good. Hopefully it'll look as good as it sounds. And then I don't even know what I'm building next week. What am I looking for over here? Getting rid of separating all my switches. Is this in VIA? Or do I have to QMK this? I mean, I wouldn't be too mad. Oh, what? Hold on. Man, I thought I was done with like the surprises as soon as I like built the board. It just hits me with a whole bunch of other fucking like a whole bunch of other stuff on here. Yo, this is crazy. Oh yeah. Franco, I follow Franco on Twitch. But yeah, he has some pretty dope boards. He always plays like horror games and stuff, right? Yeah, man, this is Zan, man. This is such a, like, even as much as you guys hype this up for me, like, yo, you have to get it. Like, it is already exceeding my expectations. Like, I'm really like legitimately surprised with how good like that already sounded. And I'm not even like close to done building it. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh shit. Wow, Zan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Now I feel like because I have a sub that I have to now I have to stream. So thank you for that. But I'm trying to get back on schedule. You know, the baby is a little bit older. So I'm gonna start doing Thursdays. I'll be streaming every Thursday. I'll do a build, but I don't have any sponsorships. So if I run out of builds, it's because I ran out of money. So it's like I told you, man. My marriage is on the rocks. I can't keep this up forever. So you guys got to put in a good word for me. Be like, yo, Hope needs some sponsorships, man. To save his marriage. I am happy with the way the board looks. I'm happy with how easy it was to build. This really is like anybody could put this together. Like if somebody wanted to get into like the custom keyboard scene, it's hard not to recommend this. It's damn hard not to recommend this to people. Huh? I need some counseling, Bad Seed. This shit is not working for me, man. I'm like in kind of in disbelief to like what this board provides for its price point. Tadros, thank you for the sub, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh wow, there's actually people in here. What a comeback stream for me, huh? What is the whole Discord in here? They're like, I can't wait till this motherfucker types on this thing. Whoa, what is this? This guy's just throwing money away. Listen, dude. If I can tell you that was the worst investment you ever made. Like, yo, this is not gonna work out well for you, man. I don't know what the fuck you guys think you just subscribed to. Dude, what am I not getting any alphas? Am I not pulling any alphas from this pile of keys? Sard, what's up, man? It's surprising how good this board already sounds. Like, hold on. Do I have a puller with me? Scoop gang. Yeah, that's surprising for me. 15 viewers. I normally don't get like anybody in here, to be honest. I'm nobody, so it's definitely nice to see. I really appreciate people stopping by. You know what's funny is, like, the whole day I was like, because usually I flake on streaming, and I really am like somebody who, like, I enjoy doing it, but I'll come up with any excuse in the book just not to do it, man. And I know it's like my toxic trait. Like, I love the gear, I love the whole process of getting ready to stream, and then I just like flake at the last minute, like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Oh, wow. Mark, man, what's up? Or the other Mark, I should say. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Ice Orphan. What, is everybody in here? Wow, you guys are welcoming me back. It looks like I have to start streaming now. What was that, like 10 subs? Okay. Well, now you guys are getting ridiculous. This is just irresponsible. Is it the voice? People are just here for the voice. You know what's funny? Yo, I hate the way my voice sounds. Hate it. The worst. I got the worst voice in the business. I sound terrible. Oh, Bad Seed. I was thinking about you when I was brushing my teeth this morning, and I know that's a really weird segue to start off a conversation. However, when my Rama U80 gets here, I was like, I waited so long for this fucking thing. I'm gonna see if Brian would want me to send it to him so he can take a look at it. You don't even need to do a video or anything. I'm just like, because of the whole "she's got teeth now" comment from like a week ago. I'm just like, dude, if you want to take a look at it, I would have no problem sending it your way. But I know you also probably have like a backlog of a ton of stuff that you have, like commitments that you actually have to do and be responsible. So I totally get it if it's not something that you're down to do. No, this is actually this is GMK Hennesey. I think it's on drop right now. I think they still have it. So it's one of the few in stock GMK sets. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, it's right here. Was that not gonna focus? Come on, autofocus. There you go. But yeah, man, this was super easy to build. I'm really surprised. minimal use of tools. Like you don't even need to buy, like you don't even need to like break out your own screwdriver, like to put this thing together, which is cool. You know, it just geez, you guys gonna let me talk at some point? We keep it going, man. That's a lot of subs, man. That has never happened to me. Not that I'm getting choked up. I just feel kind of like I have to be a little bit more responsible in terms of being consistent with content now. I'm like, oh, I got all these subs. Now I'm just not gonna show up. Like, what kind of scumbag would I be? So now you guys kind of roped me into streaming. You're gonna drown me in money? I promise you. Listen to me. I promise you, I won't drown because I will just buy more keyboards, and you're only gonna make things worse for me. Like, oh, look at all this extra cash, keycaps. Why not? So it definitely is fun. Hi, come here. Yeah, Daddy's streaming. Come here. Say hi. Say hi. 5 little ducks. I need you guys to go over there, okay? Just for a little while. Go. Go back to mommy. I'll be right back. Yeah, I will. Go. Come on. Oh, they don't want to leave me. Oh, that's not good. They already started crying. You know what it is? If I'm gone for like not even a very long time, like they just start to freak out. But yeah, man, those are the little ones. And then my oldest is probably on her computer right now. Is this FN? This should be FN, right? This is function. Bro, kids crying. See, this is not a good hobby. Look at that. I don't even wear my ring on stream. Take off my ring to build fucking keyboards. You know what's the... She probably would get mad because I say this, but you know what's hilarious is whenever she wants to like get to me, she's like she says, why don't you just go play with your little keyboards? And that's so triggering. I'm just like why would you even say something like that to me? Just go play with your little keyboards. It's so degrading. Bro, it's such an insult. Like, you know what? Get out of my face. Just go play with your little keyboards. Leave me alone. It's like, okay. Yeah, it's just me. It's just to hurt my feelings. That's the only reason she even says it. Where'd I put L? What is my L key missing? Oh, here it is. This is such a weird hobby, and I know I say it all the time, and I say it to everybody. I don't recommend this shit to anybody. This shit is the worst. I'm pretty sure I've said it on Twitter a few times. Like, there's no way that I can say to somebody, buy a fucking mechanical keyboard. Like, there's no way. First of all, the people that don't look at you like you're crazy and start listening, those are the worst, because they let you ramble on about bullshit. It's like, hey, you know what? You know what's really awesome? Keyboards. Why don't you come over here? Let me start telling you something. Let me tell you a little something about keyboards. And then it just makes you a jaded person. You just start seeing like stock keyboards. I'll go to the office and I'll see people's desks and be like, gross. As I have my keyboard in my fancy little carrying case like a douchebag. Like, we should probably take a step back and kind of evaluate like the hobby itself. Like, oh yeah, we're building keyboards, but then like, what does it really do? Breaks membrane keyboard underneath. Yeah, it's so funny because like if you go to my desk at work, I don't have any peripherals on my desk. I bring my own mouse, I bring my own keyboard. I'm like, I'm not using the garbage $10 Dell keyboard that you guys provide to me. Like, I can't work under these conditions. Like, how snobby is that? What did I do with... Oh! I can swap those around. Give me 1 sec. I'll be honest, I'm just milking the attention. There's like a ton of people here, and or for me, this is a ton of people. You know, I've never broken. Well, nah, it's not true because I think Alex raided me once. No, sir, I definitely am not. I was talking about that earlier. Like, in my entire adult life, I've never had a pre-built computer. Like, as if that's something to be like super proud of. Like, I've never had somebody like, how dare you even insinuate that I would purchase a pre-built computer? Like, why would you say something like that to me? Oh shit, Jeff's battle station is here. Wow, that's a heavy hitter right there, man. I got Jafer in here, Bad Seeds in here, Jeff is in here. You guys are bugging. People just coming in here, throwing their money away. Just no regard for their funds at all. Yeah, yo, who are these? I'll be honest. I was like, I'm gonna build this Bakaneko because Misfire and Merc showed up yesterday when I did the unboxing. All 2 people. And now today, everybody's showing me love. It's a good feeling. Let me open up Via so I can see what keys actually go here. Jeff is the type of Jeff that I aspire to be. I remember the first time I came across his Instagram, I was like, man, this guy is a better Jeff than me. like, look at all this shit. I really had to think to myself. I was like, I didn't think that I would ever try to keep like the Hove branding. I don't think that's gonna work out for me. That's not gonna work in my favor. Let me it would help if I plug this thing in, right? Wow, the cutout is like super precise. Yeah, no, Jeff, I have no idea how you even insert. Okay, that's gonna get remapped. What is this? Delete? That's page up, page down. All right. I don't know how you guys like normally program your boards or how you actually like having your layout, but and I know that this is all preference and it's subjective. Delete is in the top right hand corner. If it's not delete, it's home. That's it. Nothing else goes here. Down here, this is end. And if it's not end, it could be function for some people, not for everybody. It could be function. And this is page up and page down. I don't care what anybody says. I never use page up and page down, but that's where they go. This is either end or function. That's it. And then this is either delete, print screen on a 75%. I would make it print screen. But by default, this is insert. Ew. Like who? It's like you guys gotta go talk to Canon Keys about this. Like who did this? Who set these defaults? Insert. What are you insinuating here? Insert. I'd rather not. Page up, page down. Does this ever happen to anybody else? Or I know you guys are probably geniuses and you always have like your keycaps pre-set up before you actually start mounting stuff on the board. But like, which page down is the right one to use if I'm using the high profile page up? So this page up is probably supposed to be an R1, right? So I'm not supposed to use this one. Am I supposed to use this one? This is too low profile. And this really is like, this is always the worst part of building like a 65 or a 75. It's like, what are we gonna use here? But this is end because that's what I like to put there. This is page down. And then this is page up. And this delete key feels way too high now. I'll figure it out later. We got to do a sound test before everybody just dips and it's like asking for refunds, because you will never get your fucking money back. I guarantee you that. No, nobody got that Dave Chappelle reference. Yo, so I really don't talk about like what I do at work, right, or what I do for a living. But I've alluded to it and I've told like Bad Seed like where I work. But I don't think I told you this, but I recently just did something with Kevin Hart like not too long ago, and he is like the nicest guy. You know what's crazy is one of his security guards, and it's hilarious. His security guard, first of all, is like 6'7". This guy's fucking huge. So when he's walking next to Kevin Hart, it is like one of the funniest things ever. But so one of my employees had Kevin mic'd up, right? So he had like a lav mic on and everything. And after like he did his presentation, he did like a seminar and he spoke. And what's wild is that like after he finished, like for whatever reason, my guy walks up behind him and grabs Kevin Hart by the shoulder. It is probably the weirdest, like it was one of the weirdest moments that I've ever like had to be a part of. But when like security like stormed like one of my guys, and it was just a very uncomfortable, very like unprofessional feeling, like embarrassing on our part. But it was a really weird story. And then I completely forgot that my wife is friends with his wife's cousin. So I never even brought that up in conversation. So, and my wife didn't tell me, of course, until after he already left. So no, I need 20 years in the gym to even be on the Rock's level of where he was 10 years ago. You can't tell right now because I have all these flattering camera angles, but I'm fat as shit. Eat Matt. What? Yo, who's recommending people to come in here? You guys are like putting me on the spot. And I tell jokes when I get nervous. So I just start talking shit. Oh, really? Wow. That's awesome. You definitely didn't have to do that for me. I'm like, wow, is everybody in this guy's Discord? That's like the only place I put it. was I put it on I put it in your Discord. So I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Key Matt, thank you for stopping by. Wow, this is really awesome. Like, some of my favorite people are in here. And I'm just really like, that's really dope. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. You know, I've supported Bad Seed for quite a while now. He'll tell you. I've been around for a hot minute. So it looks like you finally paid it back. Motherfucker. It only took you like 8 years. Nah, but thank you so much, man. I do appreciate that. Thank you for tweeting it out. You didn't have to do that, and you did, and it's greatly appreciated. I gotta turn off that viewer count because I'll start getting nervous or something. Well, there's more people here watching me than I am accustomed to, so I'm about to not know how to fucking type. It's not gonna go well, but let's try it out anyway. Let's see what this thing sounds like. Oh, you put the spotlight on me? This shit is not gonna go well, I'm telling you. You're gonna be like, I told you to tune in, but this motherfucker can't type. So, yo, who is this guy? This guy has 25 keyboards and he can't type for shit. That's funny though. I was at this Astron stream earlier. I didn't see who he was on with though. He was talking to somebody. But let's see how this goes. Man, this is really tripping me up, typing on that Alice style for a few days. All right, let's start this shit over. Oh, the music. Sorry about that. Let's turn that off. Good? Oh, I didn't do the whole finger snapping, pen clicking, and all that other horse shit. Like, listen, man, I'm here to listen to the keyboard. I don't care how you guys have $400 fucking pens. Oh, 10, my bad. Get the, what are those things called? Castanets? So, no pressure. Just all my favorite YouTubers are here, and Instagram, fucking, you know, I'll flip out if what's his name shows up, Alex, because Alex knows. That's another person I support. Or Random Frank P. That's another guy that I'd be like, yo, Frank, you told me that we were going to go get cheesesteaks the next time I'm in Philly. And I'm sure that it was bullshit. But the fact that you even had the courtesy to lie to me, I appreciate. This sounds nice. But I don't know if I did something wrong. It feels like it's like the PCB is scratching against the case. Yeah, nah, man, I told you. That's my guy. Yeah, it feels weird. I don't know what it is. It feels like the PCB is scratching against the case. But you know what's really dope is that I can just pull it out whenever. Oops. Maybe, I guess not whenever, but you get the gist of it. Is there something I'm supposed to do here to readjust this? Like, can I stop that from happening? Or it may have been the plate, because the plate's FR4, so it would feel or sound similar, right? No, I'm not going to yank it off. That's another thing, but that's something I mentioned before when I was doing the build, is like the cable is plenty long compared to like a lot of other boards that you may Buy. I'm not even sweating it on this one. Um, Press the O-ring against the blocker and push it in from the bottom. Hold on. So, do I slide the top part in first, and then I push the do I push the gasket out of the way? Bottom first. Yeah, but that's how I mounted it last time. Okay, now when I'm mounting it, does it go all the way down at the bottom of the blocker, or do I just like put it like kind of like towards the middle of the blocker and just let it sit up there? And the oh, I see what you're talking about. It sits here, here, and then the other two spots down here. It's like raised edges. Yeah, no, I see it. I didn't notice it before, but it definitely is a different. It's definitely a different feel. This is my first time messing with this kind of board. Oops, let me just tuck that in first. But that was weird how it like felt like it was scratching as I was typing. Oh, what am I never gonna fit this thing again? Okay. Um, that's what $165 sounds like. That's wild. That's who opened the door last time. All right, guys. I'm probably gonna have to take the stream down. I gotta start putting these kids to bed. It's almost 9 o'clock Eastern. But I appreciate everybody stopping by. I would have liked to have streamed longer, but it definitely was a really nice surprise, especially as a comeback stream to have this many people in here, and especially this many high profile people. So I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate all the subs, all the follows. Um, and then I'm gonna start doing this normally now because now I kind of have to because people are paying me to stream. So I will. Oh, I love you guys too. You guys are definitely an awesome bunch. The only terrible part is that you support my horrendous habits. Um, but I take solace in knowing that I am not the worst of the bunch, but I certainly am not the best of the bunch. So there are people that have 40 boards, 50 boards. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I hope that the stream was fun to watch. I hope that, I made some people laugh and that you guys actually enjoyed sitting along with me. Normally I would just build in silence and I usually don't have too many people to talk to. Uh but thank you for joining, man. I hope that the quality of the stream was up to par. So, that was fun, man. I haven't streamed this long and like actually trying to like get something done for a minute now. So, nah, man, that definitely was not a flex. Yeah, well, once I get my SM7B in later this month, then hopefully I sound even better. But yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate it, Jafer, man. I really appreciate you stopping by, especially. I know that I've had a few interactions with you here and there on Twitter. I followed you for a while. Thank you for stopping by, Jeff. Thank you so much for coming in here. I definitely admire all your builds. Your setup is awesome. Misfire, you have fantastic content. Thank you for even putting me onto the Bakaneko. I definitely was very confident in the purchase, at your recommendation. Bad seed as always. Thank you so much, for pretty much everything. Thank you for tweeting this out. It was for me it was a big deal. For you, I know it was just a little retweet, but for me it mattered. Stony, thank you for stopping by, even though we talked earlier. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you dropping by. And to everybody else, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Zand, keep putting out fantastic content. I can't believe how fast you type. Uh, Pretty much everybody, man. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and I'll do this again next Thursday. I'll be on, and then we're probably gonna do either a Think 6.5 V2 or we're gonna do the Mechanics Fiel. Haven't decided yet, but I have those two up. I'll probably do a poll, and whatever you guys pick, man, and then I'll just build that. So thanks again, everybody. Have a great night. I appreciate it, and I guess this is me signing off. Later.